Why won't anybody listen to me? Everyone, and welcome to the Mag Show. Today we are going to be talking about old news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about the Oblivion Remake today. Now, I know everybody's pining for another version of Skyrim. I know, but hold your horses, folks. We got to go back and we got to deal with Oblivion. Now, first things first, I just like to clear the air here, is that I had announced this months ago to the T of the news that has dropped this very afternoon. I had dropped it on XNC months ago. We talked about it. Colt and I had an entire conversation about exactly the same, almost word for word report about what has come out today. But for anybody who didn't see it or didn't listen to XNC that day, I have got you covered. So let's talk about the Oblivion remake that is coming this very year and a lot sooner than people expect. Now, what we understand, first and foremost, is that it's going to be developed by Virtuos. Okay, Virtuos is a company that has dealt with Call of Duty. They've dealt with Tomb Raider, Dark Souls, BioShock, Battlefield, Uncharted, Horizon, and they're currently working on the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake right now. So they're busy cats, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what? With that kind of pedigree, they clearly know what they're doing. Either way, let's get into this situation. I had reported it back in the beginning of this year, beginning of 2025, on XNC. We talked about it, and Colt asked me about it. Well, I told him everything I knew. I knew that it was obviously real. We had also got a leak back from 2023. That was during the FTC trials and some other stuff, whatever, emails and all that jazz. And either way, it wasn't something to be taken completely serious. It could have been just in passing and be like, hey, we're working on something. We're not working on something. Who knows? But either way, they're doing it now. So here we go. I got some footage right here for you of Oblivion. And this is on a 4090, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, what else did they talk about? They talked about how this is going to be announced sometime in the spring, and it's going to be released sometime in the spring. Now, I had originally heard, to be quite honest, that it was going to be announced in the spring, maybe even at the Xbox Showcase in June, and then it was going to release sometime during the summer. However, there are altered reports now that it could be, Nate the Hate was one of them, and saying that it actually could be announced very soon, as in like in the next month, and released even in a month later, so somewhere between April and May of this year. So that's a few months earlier than what I had reported, but either way, doesn't matter. It's still coming, folks. But either way, here's another thing I wanted to talk about that I discussed in detail with Colt, and the other thing was that it is reportedly being fully remade with Unreal Engine 5, and there was something else I also mentioned. There are 6 gameplay systems that have been overhauled entirely for modern gaming, right? And we did have a lengthy discussion on XNC about that, saying when they go back and they do these remasters or whatever, we talked about the Gears of War collection and what they're going to do, and they have to obviously update these things because, a game is 21 years old, 21, 22, 23 years old, and you can't have the same game mechanics because these are different gamers these days. And you know what? Even if it's the same gamers like myself, we have evolved over time, right? Now, let's get into the 6 gameplay systems that were overhauled. There's the stamina, sneaking, blocking, archery, hit reaction, and of course, the HUD. And that's all very important, especially for the modern gaming system, right? So now the improvements to the blocking system, they've apparently been it's been inspired by the Souls-like games. We've also have the sneak icons. They're now new to the system so that you can see what's going on. You can see what you're doing. The stamina system is less frustrating, as you can imagine. Now, let me tell you something. Any of you younger cats out there, you go back and play a game from 20 years ago. You're like, 20 years is not that long. You go back and play one of those games, and you play one of the games that has like a blocking system, a stamina system, anything like that. You will rip your hair out if you have any hair. You are ripping it out right out of your hair. Of course, I can't because I have no hair. But anyways, it doesn't matter. The point is that it is extremely frustrating, and so they had to overhaul it and change all of that. But they have done that, and now they have a cohesive package. Why are they doing this? Well, let's face it. They've already done Skyrim to death. They go back and they do Oblivion 4, not only for the old fans, but also for the new fans, because guess what they're peddling next, folks? Elder Scrolls 6. And that could be coming out in the next few years as well. More details on that game very soon, I promise you. But either way, that's what's going on. They're doing that. They want to get some hype going, get people there to play that game. I mean, they've already got a ton of games coming out this year. And so, there's not really a whole lot of room to put this in there. But you know what? this is what's going to spark interest to get people to look at that. And then you know what they're going to do? They're going to have a showcase. They might even talk about Elder Scrolls 6 there while Oblivion is fresh in everyone's minds. That's what I'm thinking they're doing, because that's the best way to do it, right? You want to get people into this game, go, wow, this is pretty cool. I can't wait to see what they have next. Bam! They hit you with Elder Scrolls 6 and say, coming, fill in the blank. But either way, I just wanted to get that information out there. The Oblivion remake is real. I have been saying it all along, and I'm so glad that other people are out there are finally starting to catch wind of this news, so I'm not standing up there alone going, hey guys, come on. Guys, I'm over here. But either way, I hope you all have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. All that jazz. Tell your friends. Go ahead and tell them to subscribe too. Tell their moms to subscribe, But either way, everybody have a great day and stay magnificent.